My biggest issue with this game is that they introduced elements where keyboard or gamepad is faster or slower. Like that was always the very big point about Trackmania, Nations Forever, and especially Stadium. Even the other, like even Canyon and Valley, you can just play keyboard or gamepad. Nothing hinders you of it. Yeah, decently enough at least, you know. Like not to the point where action keys would be needed.
Yeah, like take a normal dirt for example. Like as you said, like in TMNF or also back in TM2, mostly was like very equal.
Yeah, now you have like, I mean, you have bobsleigh and ice and water. Can't you just like fix that so it's equally fast with gamepad and keyboard? Why do you need action keys?
That steering on water is faster is bullshit anyway.
Yeah, exactly. It's bullshit anyway.
Yeah,
just remove it.
Like the old water was so much better because it was just like, you know.
Yeah, they probably can't remove it, I guess, or
just make
they just didn't look at it correctly yet.
Just make bobsleigh be more important in the angle you go through, not the steering itself. Just remove the speed gain with the steering there as well. The line is what should be important, not the steering there either. It's both stupid.
If you fully max out bobsleigh maps, it's also so important. Like all the wiggles and so on, that's also so fucked up. If you take a look at like bobsleigh world records.
Like you can drive a 20-second long bobsleigh map, get it perfectly, and be over a second behind for whatever reason. It's like you don't see a difference. You literally don't see a difference. The
like nowadays on bobsleigh, it's more crazy than on flat ice actually. I would say.
Best example was Alcon in the competition that I just played. Was a bobsleigh map a start, like immediately at the start, when you start on bobsleigh with low speeds and you have to go to the side. This first tap, it's so dependent on the gear change as well. Like sometimes you get like a little speed boost if it happens at a certain moment. You gain so much already with alone that.
Yeah, the problem for me with those kind of things is that it's not clear that it's faster. You know, in tech, for example, if you get a turn tight and you're super close to the walls, everyone knows, yo, that was fast. If you get a grass line super tight, everyone knows that's fast. If you show someone a bobsleigh turn where someone is just steering at like 20% or something, or 10% completely wrong, and someone's steering at the perfect amount, you don't see a difference. It looks exactly the same, one is just slower than the other. That is the annoying thing with it.
That's true, actually.
That's,
I actually never thought about that, but that's so true.
You can just remove that, right?
Yeah, but what would be the point of bobsleigh if it would just be like straight driving? That would be
what is the point of bobsleigh right now? How many people
okay, nobody's using it.
Yeah,
true.
see?
True.
See?
True. Like either you have a bobsleigh track or you don't have bobsleigh outside of bobsleigh tracks.
I actually would like to see more bobsleigh on track of the days.
You often have bobsleigh when the map name is called My First Map, and afterwards you don't.
True.
Yeah.
I think
it's a fun block to try around, but competitively it's not that nice.
I think there are ways to implement it. I think more tracks actually should use it in some way, like in a good way. Just like a single standalone bobsleigh corner with a nice smooth entry and exit.
Yeah,
like
but then
if you only have one
bobsleigh as well,
yeah, true. Like if you have one bobsleigh turn, you cannot really lose that much. It just starts to, like the issue that Lars mentioned, just starts to begin when you have like multiple bobsleigh turns in a row, like a whole bobsleigh map. Like one turn won't hurt there. You will not lose that much, even if you only tap there.
Yeah, then
if it's like a whole combination, then it's like, wow.
Yeah, you know what? They should just remove the speed gains. So keyboard and gamepad are equally fast.
How easy can you do that? Like how can you program that?
You can't make it. That's the issue. But did they even try though? It's obviously the most difficult part. Like that would be difficult, but at least the water stuff should be doable.
Yeah, water should not be that difficult. Ice bobsleighs on the other hand, I mean, it kind of makes sense that you would be faster when you steer with that. I mean, not really, but I can see why that happens, like physically, with the physics of the game.
It's definitely removable though.
But you might need to change in general ice physics in that case.
Yeah, that's the problem. But they should at least try it. I don't know if they did, maybe, but at least with water you can definitely remove that.
Yeah, water should not be that difficult.
Oh, I'm stupid.
But Third and Firestorrm is playing again.
Yeah,
Which
also
one is
saw
it
it.
actually?
No, it's because it's Wednesday again. He's gonna be at the Slow Learner Cup as well today, probably. Because he played the Slow Learner Cup with me last week. It was also very surprising for me.
Why is he not playing the alternate attack circuit though?
Maybe he is.
True.
Yeah, and exactly in that Slow Learner Cup, you guys decided to play the 24-hour race, and then the sign-up was already done. There were already 50 teams, so yeah. That was unfortunate.
And regarding my chat, people wrote something about me losing the world record edge. Yeah, I'm a bit pissed because the world record is quite suspicious. It might be cheated. And already
Who
speaking
drove
a
it?
bit with Nadio about it. Flees. VLEEES.
Oh, but I think I know that guy. Where is that? Is that guy known? I've seen the name, I think, already.
He had 2 world
Probably,
records on 2 other LoL maps. And he had participated in one morning knockout once, where he drove always the same time.
Sus.
Like, with
It's not
always
sus,
the
he
same...
cheated.
If it was
Yeah, I
PF,
mean-
then not. But
Yeah.
Nah,
That-
it's
that-
basically clear. If you look at it, it's like if you look at it, it's clear.
Yeah.
It's
With-
100% clear.
with
No doubt
just
about it.
Yeah, with just always the same time, it's not meant like he was super consistent. No, it literally to the thousands. He always drove a .845 or something like that.
Same checkpoint times as
So
well.
yeah,
On the MX
exactly.
Basco map, like this map is also long and his lines were extremely risky. I spectated one round. And I think I spectated also a second one maybe after I was out, and then I saw it looked the same.
drama.
But that's
Nah,
long
no
ago.
big drama. He's just gonna get banned.
Yeah, but we can make a drama out of it and earn
You
views.
can make it drama out of it.
As if we didn't have enough drama already.
No.
I mean, Nadio, please just remove the water bug. That would be so good though. Like you wouldn't need action keys at all. You wouldn't need anything then.
Yeah, I mean then you only have action keys for no sides and stuff like that.
Yeah,
But I think I mean it's fine, like in
What is
no
that?
slides usually you don't have that big of an advantage, I feel.
yeah.
I don't know. I have not seen a no
Unless
slide
you're
that was
bad at,
that
unless
well
you're bad at it.
Yeah. I have not seen a no slide that was like super well calculated in a way that you get it only like if you perfectly use action key 7 or something. Usually it's fine if you just
I mean,
use
Dexter
the gamepad.
I saw
I mean, you
Dexter
can.
using that for some times, but it's definitely not something that you need to do.
No. I mean, you can also kind of tap with an action key on. A little bit at least.
Yeah.
Not like the perfect angle. Also, what is that 51.6 actually? I mean, he obviously knows the map, but still, that's pretty sick. Like, I had a good run. Like, pretty good actually, and I'm a second behind.
Yeah, I'm also not sure what I'm doing.
Maybe
Yeah, I
it's giving
think
the cruise
Enter
control at the
Legends
start.
There's a cruise con. Oh my god, I didn't see.
What?
Wait, there's a cruise control?
I also don't
Eh?
know where.
Yeah, that's
Guys,
cruise
are you
control.
serious?
At the first uphill. I mean, huh? I never
I'm not
noticed.
I guess
surprised
it's
that
just
you didn't
you
notice.
guys. I mean, you have a similar speed always in those kind of jumps, but still.
Okay, now that I like think about it, I'm not accelerating there, true, but still.
Ach yeah, I
Oh,
saw that in the
yeah.
first round that I thought it was a full speed block then.
That's blue.
No, I did not see the block itself. I just wanted to make the cars off and didn't look at the screen for a moment and went off from my acceleration button. And my
Wait.
car just continued driving.
Well, then it's not necessary to go outside, right?
Or you don't?
At least not full outside.
I mean, you won't gain speed from going.
Oh my
outside.
god, I think. Oh,
So much
no.
faster to go inside.
Yeah.
Such a nice block now that it's fixed.
Yep.
And they fixed that one,
But still,
Yeah, but that
51.6.
But that one was an obvious and easy to fix bug, to be honest.
I completely missed something on this track. Like I have a 53.6 and I don't know why.
Yeah, it's similar.
I mean, I had a really good run with like also good outside turns, like also almost full speeded them all the way, and I only have 52.6.
I mean, I'm not so focused.
I don't know where.
now,
Oh my god, GranaDy, what 0.6 do you have?
Yeah, but 0.67.
I fucking hate my life! Again! 68!
I love my life.
It just makes no sense! Every time!
I mean, of course, my run wasn't perfect, but still, like
Yeah, but
51.6.
still.
is sick.
How does that work? Every single time.
Dude, I feel that.
Can't wait for the high Lars in Division 3. Or something. Unless you're already too far ahead for that.
Nah, I'm 101st right now with a 53.4, but I mean, should be improvable. But 51.6? No.
Really don't understand why I'm supposed to gain time here. I mean, this is not. I mean, of course, it comes down to the like. Besides the outside turns, it's very simple. It's like very normal turns, sort of. So, I think
I was
here I'm
driving
losing a
one
lot.
thing wrong. But I mean, a full second.
I think the last normal turn, I'm always like kind of far outside. I have to fully oversteer. I think that's pretty bad. But it's also not losing a second for sure.
No. I definitely hope that I'm doing a lot wrong right now. Not for my pathfinding skills, but my driving skills at least.
68.
Where's GPS? I hate it when it doesn't
Let me
say.
just.
Is there a
I got-
GPS even? I think there is none.
Wait a minute, I have to chat.
Okay, I improved. Is that enough? No, I'm 59th with that only. 52.9.
Oh, why is the chat not working?
Why would you hide a GPS, man? Feels chroma. I mean, I don't know what time the GPS is. I mean, offer time is
But,
51.66. Wait, he's taking this outside? Oh my god. Oh, what?
Wait, the right up here at the start?
Yeah.
How is that how would that be faster?
Yeah, you have like so much exit speed. Holy shit. Okay,
Really?
that's getting quite a bit. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Didn't think about that at all.
The what?
I thought about that, but
The
it
right
didn't really
uphill
help
after
me.
the first outside turn, which is like
It's
kind of
actually
obvious, but
faster.
the second one.
That does not look like. That
Yeah,
does
it's
not
Ah,
look
that one.
faster.
Yeah, I'm
somewhere
taking that one outside. That's what I
Okay,
discovered.
okay. Apparently, there's nothing else. And that other thing I thought about already, but still.
But then I need to drive the same run again, just with that outside line.
Yeah, it doesn't look like an easy one.
I got it. Oh, I jumped afterwards. Great.
How do
You're
you-
too
how would you
fast
enter?
afterwards. I don't know.
Yeah, you can
How
pretty
did
much save
the
that
entry-
outside.
Ah, yeah, okay, I see.
If you want
Okay,
to get fast.
ah, I see where you jump now. Yeah, okay, makes sense. I mean, I'm probably I'm safe, but still, can easily improve now.
Yeah, I'm barely out, of course. Are you really safe with a 67?
I'm 36.
Wow. How are there that many people again? Crazy.
Hope people are ready for tomorrow. Guys, did you? I mean, I didn't notice actually until yesterday. But what the fuck? Why is today not my map?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck? I didn't know.
Second
It
day
would've
of the
been-
second month and 2022.
It would have been possible if only I noticed. I didn't notice though. I'm so ashamed of myself that I didn't notice.
Did you got like ask when you want to have your map or what?
No, you just told. I just got told, yeah, this and that. Third second, I was like, yeah, nice, okay. It's so, because at the same time, I didn't know if it would get chosen or not. So it was like, yes, your map is chosen. That's the date. And
Yeah.
but I don't think there would have been any issue at all to say, yeah, wait, look at the fucking date, please. Maybe one day earlier possible. I don't think he would have said no.
Who knows?
I don't think so.
I will not improve.
I
now.
just improved, but I got a bump at the end, lost 2/10, and now I'm 17th.
I'm only 53rd actually. Might actually. Wait, 56? Oh no.
Oh,
Wait,
I'm
I'm 56?
walking so fast.
Oh, hello? What is happening?
People
57? Dude, if
you're
I'm not
fine.
in now, dude, I'm gonna rage quit. Bruh.
I made it in!
Leute.
Sorry, GranaDy. I'm one of those.
I'm 57 still.
I'm
16th?
63rd now.
If I'm out. It would be so dumb. Come
No,
on, don't
60
update.
66. No.
I'm 62nd. Please, please, please,
How
please,
did I
please,
drop
please,
so many
please, please,
places?
please. I'm 63rd. Oh my god, man. Dude, what was this drop? Like, 2 minutes
Yeah.
ago, I dropped like 30 positions.
Yeah, same. And I
Holy
dropped out.
shit. Oh my god, I'm really
Did
gonna
I
get something to
improve?
drink.
So guys, very important. First turn outside and then inside, except the last banked turn. Eh?
Wait, first on outside? No.
I got told by a trusty source though.
Yeah, they go
AK.
outside, but wait, why do they have more speed? It's cruise control. Why do
Speed slide.
they have more speed?
Do you speed slide maybe at the exit or something like that?
No, I know why. I was sliding too much before I went into the cruise control block itself. The trigger
think you
isn't
wanna
at the
slide
start
out.
of the block, the trigger is in the middle of the block. That's
Yeah,
like
that's
literally
probably why.
3/10 or something there.
Why is the block there then when it's still outside?
So dumb. And I also held
I think I...
so stupidly lost half a second in my run. It would have been so easy. And then it's barely not enough.
I'm like super confused by this, man.
Yeah, apparently first turn is outside GranaDy.
After the cruise control turn.
Yeah.
I mean, I did that in my PB as well. And what do you do until the cruise control? Just no slide.
Yeah, you just need. You want to have as much speed as possible, I think. Let me get some. Drink as well.
Why is Razi a 10th ahead?
Crazy that Entelesh is second.
I think he knew the map as well, didn't he? I mean, he got a 52 flat really early as well.
Can you go between
Hello.
pole and block at the start to gain speed for the cruise control? You will not land that smooth on the downhill.
Oh, I think you will, but you need to make it.
It might have just been better without the cruise control. I mean, I'm first into silver at the moment after the first two outside turns, so can't
I
be
mean,
that
it
bad,
doesn't. It doesn't seem as if the cruise control changes anything. Which then I'm asking myself, why is it there?
But it almost made the inside line better, but it actually then didn't work. It just fooled at least me into thinking the inside line was better.
Probably fooled the mapper as well.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna PB by quite a bit, but how much is it gonna be? Ah, 0, because
yeah.
I crashed the finish.
Gonna be so easy to PB now.
Yeah, same. Like, I think even with a run that feels bad, we will beat it. What do you do at the ending, actually? Do you also, like, in the transition, do you also go high up on the ramp and then, like, kind of side jump onto the black platform?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't like that transition. When I watched the world record, I thought he can't make it around there, but he did.
Yeah,
I
but
mean-
51.6 is really fast, still.
I knew we would get an easy map for today, though.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
No idea. Question mark.
Well,
I
easy
got
is relative,
36
to be
now.
honest. It's quite technical, that.
Yeah,
For me, the outside dirt turn at the start is not faster, even if I got it good. But they had it so much faster. It's just crazy. I mean, it's basically equal.
maybe you don't get. You still don't get the correct speed.
To the fleece guy again, I really saw that coming, actually. In the middle of the day, I thought like, nah, I probably still world record, I go now look. And then I saw, yes, the world record, but I saw this guy on 6th place with a 34 seconds time. And then I already expected him to go up to first. It was at that moment kind of clear for me that this is gonna happen.
I mean,
When I
if you
saw
see
him.
that guy, I'm honestly surprised he didn't get banned yet. That's the first thought I had when you guys said that he already cheated the first one.
Yeah,
and
I
that
also thought
got
he
the
would
cup
have
of
been
the-
banned already because,
Yeah, I
like,
mean, if no one is reporting him, then he can't get banned, right?
I mean, Marius was streaming it. I don't know.
Yeah, but did he report it?
I mean, there are viewers there that could maybe report it.
Yeah,
That's
but
what you think always.
How many
but yeah,
people
no.
even know how to report someone?
I don't know.
Yeah,
to be
that's also a
honest.
good question.
Yeah, I still don't know. You do it for me
Yeah,
now.
see?
Hallo.
Oh! Yo!
Hallo.
Carson and not just I was driving a turn.
Oh my god, you're so loud. Holy shit.
Oh,
For
I'm
me
sorry.
isn't. No,
Oh,
no,
okay.
you can.
Which diff are you, Firestorrm?
One,
Nice.
Gamer.
but I don't know. Shit.
Nice that you always get dirt maps on Wednesdays.
Yeah, coincidence. Completely.
They
Oh, hi,
kind
shorty.
of probably also try to do it in a way. Oh, hi, Marius, where you can like expect it. So you know, if you want to avoid the ice maps, then
Oh.
you can.
It's another difficult
Or if you
AuthorMedal
want to
now for
avoid
the
the black
challenge.
maps, you can.
GranaDy, you are
Yeah?
not playing the Solary Cup, I assume, because I didn't see you in the records there. I went through the maps.
No, I
there.
probably won't.
And are
don't
you
really have
then interested to do the
Nah.
Flag Rush Cup with us?
Nah. I probably don't have time there either. I mean, the issue just is that I have like an exam right afterwards. Like right the day afterwards. And on the weekend I'm probably just gonna chill.
The downhill right turn in the end just does not make sense to me.
You wanna be like super far inside there, but it's so hard to get that line.
Yeah. Oh, Massa out first round in Div 2?
Was he? I didn't even pay attention.
No,
Wait,
he's not
it's-
out.
No.
He got lucky.
Wait, where are you, Lars? Oh, you are also Div 2? Oh,
Yes, I was.
didn't even notice.
I mean, I wasn't as close as you.
Ah,
I was already. I had a point 81 or something. I think, but I
I'm
lost 210 in
behind you,
the
shorty.
last jump, basically.
Oh,
So dumb.
finally.
Just
Yeah.
be beat and the run felt garbage.
Typical GranaDy PP first try. So Lars, how do we ask GranaDy the question regarding the winner from yesterday in the fun?
Difficult question.
Yeah, we were not sure how we actually do that riddle quiz question.
Huh?
But there was something very surprising. Like the guy that won yesterday, Division1, said he is the first one to win the Cup of the Day from his nationality. And then we thought, which other player does this nationality have? And then we actually found a player where we were super surprised he never won. Which nationality are we speaking about?
Wow.
So it was Nuclear yesterday who won, if that helps at all.
Never
It
heard.
was, of course, a LoL competition, and I can tell you, in the LoL Cup of the Days, that nation has gotten the closest so far.
I have no idea about the LoL Cup of the Days. But it's like, so it's probably like not an unknown nation. Not
Yeah,
like some
I
African
can tell
country.
you it's a European nation, and
oh, Massa?
it's not a small one.
Slovakia maybe?
No. I would maybe count Slovakia as a small
Maybe
one.
Spain? Spain maybe?
No.
Nope.
I mean, I know we had Spanish winners, I think.
Yeah, Yavifly probably, right?
Or
No,
this,
I don't think
Did
Yavi,
Yavifly
but
ever win?
Guzo
That's actually a
Contilda, I
question.
think.
yeah, Guzo Contilda
Contilda?
maybe. Yeah.
I think he won already. Sweden? I don't
Yes.
Yes.
know. Nobody
And-
from Sweden ever won?
Yeah, and
I mean,
now
do we have any good Swedish? I mean, Cabby is probably the
Yeah,
best
Exactly.
candidate.
Cabby.
Oh,
This is the interesting thing. Cappy has never won.
I mean, who other Swedish player is like good at Cup of the Day?
Jozo was the second person we thought of. There's also...
I mean, Karlberg already was Div 1, but he's not like...
Yeah.
I mean,
We didn't-
earlier
I mean,
Sweden was the best nation. Frostpeel and Kajan.
Yeah, full tech Andys.
And we have Razer or something. Would also be a... But
Is
I
he
think
still active, Razor?
I don't know.
You're asking that for him, but I mean, all of the others, Frostpeel and Kayan, also not active.
Yeah,
I mean, they
but
also
for
had
them,
some
we
good...
know.
I mean, Kayan is active, but just not playing such
Yeah,
stuff.
well,
I mean, they also had some good dirt players, I remember, or some solid at least. At least I remember from the nation cups.
Yeah. The very interesting thing though, with that Sweden win now, that was now on the LoL map, and the closest one beforehand was a Jozo, who also got second place, and that was also in a LoL Cup against Marius.
Ah, the ice map.
Yeah.
Yes.
The funny final. But yeah, with Cappy, very surprising that he was never winning.
We got close a few times.
And then we thought about, yeah, which big names did actually never win, where you would think that they must have won. I think actually Vulnera is the most interesting one. Because some of those
He's
Team
not playing
GL
that many,
players,
is
there are Team GL players, but they did not participate very often.
Yeah,
I mean, Papu, for example, played a few times at least. He never
Yeah.
won.
He won Division 7 though.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, well done. Then I take it back.
But yeah, Kappa did not win. He was second on the tech map in January, where I was the only one in this voice chat.
Sad. I remember him playing one or other map.
Just
Yo,
I mean,
gaming.
you Carl Jr.
super
won.
bad end.
Dude, I don't get this map.
No
Yeah.
Firestorm.
Okay, nice cup of the day. See ya next time.
see ya.
Yo, bye bye.
Goodbye.
Getting
From
top
Norway
32
we had
is
winners
gonna
already.
be so
I mean,
difficult.
Virtual, of course.
Yeah.
Who else from Norway won already?
Ariza, I think, is also a surprising
He's never really played Cup
non-winner
of the
yet.
Day.
Not that rare. I mean, I think he has over 100 times played.
He played
does it
ReRuns
only
definitely.
count normal one, or does it count ReRuns? Because he's playing couples at night very often.
Yeah, no, yeah, Ariza won reruns before, yes. He won 2 reruns. But then it's a question, how often did he play in normal ones? I didn't check that.
Can you actually find it out? Like how
yeah.
much was reruns, how much was normal?
Wait, by counting each one? Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds fun.
One surprising one I can remember is also Eddie, who hasn't won yet.
Eddie
Was
is
also-
washed.
Yeah.
True. Yeah, Polish winners won. Polish players won. I mean, you have Mime won, Evon already won at least one.
Few.
Evon won at least one.
Yeah.
Forever? I don't know if Forever ever won.
Was this
Forever
one
ever
plastic map, the first plastic map? Did he win that?
When you say Forever ever won, almost sounds like Forever Evon.
Forever.
Forever.
And Levon is Norway. Yeah, Levon is also Norway.
Yeah, true.
Levon has actually Evon.
Levon. Okay, Forever apparently also already won.
Yeah, this was Levon and Evon. When I saw Evon in Team GL, I actually thought it was Levon for a long time until someone told me that it's Marcin. I was really surprised how he went in there.
I touched the outside turn, did like a nose slide for the rest. It had like so much exit speed that it in the end still was faster than inside. At least similar.
Yeah, for Evan, I also thought for the longest time that his name was supposed to be read backwards. Because he always had the N, the last letter of his name, in capital, and everything else small. So I always thought it was like, you know, supposed to be read backwards. But backwards makes no sense, that's not a nice word. So I have no idea.
No.
So yeah, he
no.
just messed it up, I guess. I don't know. Should have. Should have thought about that.
Losing everything at the start.
Same. Like if you risk the outside turns, you gain so
No,
much.
Halo, no.
Rip.
But Halo told us that the start is outside turn.
Marius never won a normal one. His best position is 4th. Okay.
But yeah, I mean, he would definitely win one at some point if he would regularly play.
Also think
Like
so.
that's definitely not a skill issue.
But you would think the same from Skeppy, of course.
Of who?
From Kepi.
Ah, Kevin.
You would think the same. That's he should
Yeah,
win.
true. But I mean, is he playing that many? I saw him on some grass maps, on the LoL maps he's good, but he's also not playing that often. I don't know how many he played in total. It's not like he already played 200 Cup of the Days, I think.
No, I think pretty much exactly 200.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, I don't know.
I gotta check that again, but I thought it was around 200, 170, something like that. 175, somewhere around there. I mean, it doesn't really matter that much anyways.
Wait, what's that PB? I did 98, I beat by 0.52. Nice.
What?
I just risked him. Like, I drove the starter with risky and got like the outside turns, nice. I did it in the runs before, I always just fully saved.
Oh, I touched the pole in the start.
Oh,
It's so bad with the speed control thingy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and also outside turns now. Just don't do a GranaDy, and maybe you'll be fine.
I'm risking.
No, don't.
Sounds good.
That's always what I do. And then you crash, and then you would have been in without risking. Then you're mad. That's the grenade.
I also have the opinion you shouldn't risk.
That's 1.3, that's possible.
And I'm feeling like having low FPS or something. Maybe I'm just stupid.
Well, I risked. It wasn't enough.
Wow, that's a close one though. Unlucky.
That was such a stupid mistake.
Marius?
Yeah, I pulled a Chris.
Crashed once and then risked, but it wasn't enough.
Yeah, I had a bad start. Yeah, I touched that
58.
also at some point. And
Talking about him, Cabby just did a 58.
Yeah, maybe today's the day. We were just talking about it, right?
I
That
already
would be
understood the
funny.
map like 10 minutes ago, but I'm just trying, like, until now it wasn't really necessary to drive
Oh, Lars.
any faster.
Yeah, that might be a problem.
Yeah, I mean, the round before you probably would be out. Let's see if you get lucky.
I needed until now to recover from that touch, that's a problem.
Yeah, point 3 that you need to catch up. One guy failed. Another guy failed.
I
And you failed as well.
I was risking, I didn't.
And another guy
no,
failed.
you
Wait,
did
you're
it
still
another-
in.
Wait.
Yeah, that's also part of the funny.
Shorty, I had
What
it on
the
camera.
Yeah, okay.
How
I'm
can
sorry,
you be so
Chris.
lucky?
I'm sorry.
That's also part of the GranaDy
Like,
experience.
I was yellow now, and I'm still behind
Maybe?
Chris' time by far.
Yeah.
Dude, I missed my
And the
PB
guy
by
before me
1000.
as well. And the guy before me as well. Like, you would. And the guy before me, that guy as well.
Yeah,
Like, you would
what
not
do you-
even have
I
been.
really had
Aw.
the worst round to touch.
Like, you
them.
wouldn't have even been in the bottom 8 or something.
Yeah.
Marius
Yeah,
from
I mean, I was saying as well, it was 1.3, that should be fine.
It was on
And
PV.
yo, Dowlex, thanks for the prime sub. Yeah, now you almost needed a 52 here to survive. In the top 32, that's solid.
I expected that last one kinda already.
Wait, top 32?
And now
You're
it's top
top
28.
6. We're top 17.
Yeah, but
But today was supposed to be my day.
maybe we have 2 Swedish wins in a row now. It would be something if KP wins now that we speak about him.
Would be funny, yeah.
The other guy can then still always claim he was the first Swedish.
Lars, that's not how you take the ending.
Wait, what?
What are
You
you
can
doing?
cut the dirt on the.
Oh, no, no,
Like the black platform, if you jump off a little bit on the right, you get a smoother landing into the black thingy.
Yeah, I just messed it up.
Lulup jumping against the
scared.
finish.
I just messed it up.
Ah,
You mean
okay.
out of
We
the
need
dirt,
server
right?
password. Oh, I don't know what the server password is, Division.
Ah, yeah, there's the thing today,
Ah,
right?
it's still the one. Yeah. Yeah. That's one thing I also forgot to change. Is Virtual still in? I don't know. Isn't he still
Elcon
in?
touched. Gonna wait for the next checkpoint to spectate him. Lars, you missed the competition. Wait, Elcon is still in. He was not even getting in red with a full touch.
Ah, yeah, the Diablo Random Cup was today.
Yeah. We were only
Wait,
7. Yeah?
Wait, did he not make a notification for that?
Oh, there were
does,
announcements.
I didn't have a notification. What the hell? Like he makes like 20 notifications about the information and then I don't get a notification for the first round starting. Wait. Am I fine?
It
Yeah,
was good close.
easily
Oh,
fine.
virtual.
Super bad round.
Riccio.
We had a super good round. I mean, yeah, quite good.
We only had one
3.92.
kind of good round where I went out.
Yeah.
Everything else was just trash.
Just put
Wait, how
something as
many-
password then, Iridium.
how
Doesn't matter.
many,
Just tell me then. Whatever you want to.
It's interesting that we have so many RPG players here. We have Morpheo, we have
Lovely.
Chaosand here.
Oh no.
Klofny is playing. Interesting.
That's as well.
Yeah, he was playing the Finnish cup there, Finnish league.
Did he actually do well there? Is it already over?
I don't know, I only saw a few results, but I don't know to which rounds they counted.
Yeah.
But yeah, Lars, in the Diablo thing, there were 17 players, but half of them were good players.
Huh.
Like there was Elcon, there was Heath, there was Sly, there was
Excuse me, what's
Snow
this round
X, and so on.
Yeah, I
good
just
round.
forgot.
now? And of course I fucked it up.
It was Cappy who also fucked up? No, Cappy's first.
No,
That's
I'm
a
out,
name.
I guess. No, I'm not out.
You're in.
Oh,
Ah,
okay,
I
people
can't believe-
crashed. Yeah, I crashed in the first uphill. Holy shit.
Is it better like this? Chris?
I didn't watch.
I
I was
mean,
spectating the back of the field.
still kind of slow.
It was last 4K run as well. Yeah, fantastic. Oh, top 16 was prediction. Ah, well then. Fuck the doubters. I mean, good game.
Yeah, and Lars Dunster was the player I was talking about when I meant many top 10s in track of the day, but not first place. But I think
Yeah,
at some
true.
point he actually got it. But this was the dirt player I meant. And
Yeah.
Better Call Saul from Susie, hello to Shorty.
Hello, Susie.
And also to Shorty, ticket is booked. She wrote at some point. And I shall read my chat because I missed a lot.
Yeah, you always miss a lot.
Wait, was it a message or?
Was a message.
Oh.
Save. Oh, Elcon! Is Elcon in or will he get overtaken by Marby? No, Elcon is in,
Elcon.
I can't believe it. Now, he's not even that far behind, actually. It's with full touch.
Unsubbed? What do you mean unsubbed?
Yeah,
Why
that's
would you
nice
doubt on
lost.
me?
Okay, that's good. I lose a lot
Okay, thanks,
because I
Iridium.
don't risk all of those outside turns, like at all.
Yeah.
I mean, at the moment you don't need to.
Danny Iridium,
Yeah, it's so easy right now.
Iridium just set it up with KO mode and like infinite warm up or something. So that I just have to change the warm. The way we did it last weekly edition. I think that was good the way.
Well, thanks, Susie. For being so proud.
I even already started cleaning my room.
Are you meeting up tomorrow or
Yes.
what is with the bigger meeting that we planned with Turbo and so on? And Dexter?
I don't know. I probably won't have time for it. Depending when we do it, because I will be away.
Then are you away? Oh, is that close?
And I wrote
Well,
that
was
in
a
the
tight
chat.
round now. Needed 35 now.
Yeah, that was a bit good that round.
Yep. True.
Oh, that seems like a better round. Out of nowhere.
Yeah,
You needed a
kinda.
.74 now in Div 2.
Marbles is fast.
Cooper
Yeah.
is also still in. Interesting. On a map like this. Oh fuck, what am I doing? I forgot to go for the outside turn.
Kubais is a name I'm surprised that I see it that often on like completely random maps in the random map challenge. Like I see him quite often in the records. I'm like, I would think that like Kubais is one of the last persons that would just play random maps like would have brought him, but I don't know. I don't really know anything about him. I guess.
And we
I mean,
just
did he
speak
ever play
about him
something
and he
else than
just
tech?
he touches more and more. Will that save Elcon? Elcon can be saved, but he has a worse speed compared to Furious. Furious stays ahead of Elcon.
Kuba is DNF. Great.
Nice.
Kubais and
Marbles
Elcon.
might be out.
Wait, is Kuba also from Czech Republic?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, he is. Okay.
Like there's so many good Trackmania players from Czech. It's
Yeah.
insane.
Oh my god. He
That's
jumped
close.
lower.
was
Barbos
Tween,
is
was Tween
insane.
from Czech? No, he was from Slovakia, right? Oh no,
think
where
so.
was he from? But Papa was from Czech Republic for sure.
What
Yeah.
means but okay, Susie? No.
I mean, there's
Oh,
also
no, it's terrible,
Elcon,
man.
obviously. Muri is pretty good.
Icon minus.
And already left.
Yeah, but Elcon in this DRC Cup last, he was so fast on some tracks. He won the first 5 rounds of the cup. No, the first 6 or 7 rounds actually. He won both first 2 maps, all 3 rounds. I don't know.
Yeah, only because I wasn't there.
He had some sick times. He was really far ahead and he did all the cuts.
Wow, I was like kind of in danger. But now I'm 4th. But that's a good time. By Cabby.
Okay,
57.
I'm not failed.
Sandro.
Feels like the
Was
rounds are
another Czech
definitely getting
tech pro?
better though.
Wait,
Yeah.
do you mean Sandro? Do you mean wait? Where was Sander from? Marius, do you know?
Eastland. I think. Estonia. What is it called? Yeah, I think.
Yeah, Estonia it is.
Okay.
If it's the right country.
Wait, Sandro? Do you know him, Shorty? Czech tech player Sandro? Never heard that.
No, but you're asking the wrong person. I mean,
I know players called Sandro, but not Czech one, I don't think.
Doesn't sound
At
so
least not a Czech
Czech,
player.
yeah. That's why.
Like with Sandro, I would expect like Spain. I
Yeah,
don't
me
know.
too. Oh, Vesas has more speed, and this is the overtake.
Dude, I again missed my PB by 1,000. The
Look
second
at
time
that.
already.
8 players, and the last placed time is a .27. Like 50
Sandro
Sandro
you
played
end
for
this-
Yo-Yo Tech. Finished timeout 30 seconds today, really. Yes, 30 seconds.
another
today.
your end is not the very best one.
Why
Okay.
not?
The others have more speed out of the dirt. Like the last dirt. Not the last dirt, but the second to last dirt.
What am I doing wrong?
Yeah, they are actually they're entering it from further outside, but do a pre-drift. But I don't think you should. You might not want to play around with that unless somebody fails. Because if you do it bad, you're gonna lose way more. Like your line is not that shit. You just have a little bit less speed.
Close round. Luko has a bad line now.
It's close.
Yeah, and I always
But
lose in this.
Klofny failed. Can
Okay.
save.
Oh, Racers
He's
has a really good ending.
one
He's
second
Night
Now I
Luko.
PB'd by 5,000.
Okay. I'm in the final against Barbos then. It's gonna be
Good
fun.
luck.
Good luck. Shorty,
Yo, Mr.
what
BS,
does-
thanks a lot for the for the resub and also Dennis for the sub. Sorry.
Shorty, what does Tom do on a dirt map that far up?
Huh?
I thought Tom is a tech player.
I don't even know who Tom is.
MD?
But yeah,
Oh,
you-
I thought.
It's the normal Tom. Yeah, okay. Yeah, well. Can't tech players also just improve on other styles?
Yeah, but he's not not playing it so often. There's a crash, GranaDy.
Yeah, basically need to drive PB now.
Yeah, just go for it.
I will also, like, if I would want to win this, I need some luck. Because I cannot do 0.5. I don't know how people do 0.5. I can do 0.9, but that's it. Then it's finito.
Uh-oh. Mika gets saved by Tom. Maybe. I mean, Tom is still there, but no.
I'm on a really good run, but I'm second.
That's kinda, you're not far behind. Like, kinda equal. Not anymore.
I can
Oh, he
do
also
0.8
clipped a
again.
little bit. Wait, it's equal.
Typical Lars. It's just what I hear, you know.
That's easily
He needs
PB.
a super good end now. Oh!
Oh,
What a good race, good race.
yeah, I mean, I drove a 0.18 now. I improved by 3/10 my PB. So,
What did he drive?
0.13, 0.15, I think. He was 300s in front. Yeah, probably 0.15.
Yeah.
Feud at 18 and he was, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I was, I thought I saw a 3. So at first I was thinking, yeah, 0.13 then, but no, the 3 was from the hundreds behind.
You
know?
have
See?
half a second, GranaDy. Half a second to Thomas Shaw. My god, the top 4 are so close together.
Actually saved. I don't have a good run, I think. Not that fast.
Yeah, Kibby won everything to you in the end. Alone.
Yeah, I
to
didn't have
everyone.
good speed.
And
I also
Raisins-
didn't side jump.
Masons also has good endings every time.
Alright. Getting closer again. Top 4. But like my top 8 streak continues. If you take out yesterday's map, I've been top 8 in like the last, I don't know, 6 or 7 normal maps. That's pretty pop jump.
This is still kinda close. Oh, it worked. I was not sure with the ending there. Oh, Raisins has such a
terrible
good
line here.
ending, but
Yeah, I had it really bad. Alright. That was still a 97 though. The ending was so bad.
yeah,
Okay,
you go
top 3.
first. I mean,
Yeah.
that's good consistency so far.
Mika and Kebby, yeah, fantastic.
Yeah, Mika.
Of course, Kebby now.
yeah.
Yeah, Mika not but like the thing that the fact that Kebby is here now.
It's not so good for Kebby. He's 2/10 behind you. And Mika is also equal to you. Mika touches Kebby in the final. Yeah, it's now on your shoulders to deny the double Swedish victory here.
Yeah. Was a bit too early of a PB. Alright. How am I even in the final?
Yeah, consistency. Like consistently 51 that deserves final.
Yeah.
He touched. He is also kinda far behind now.
Oh no.
Cool.
Just too much pressure.
Yeah, when you never won a cup of the day, he gives up. He does not continue to try.
Actually,
Yeah.
he was only 0.7 behind. Well done, GG.
He wasn't 7/10 behind anymore.
He did
Okay.
another
Touched
touch and now he tries backwards the map, but yeah.
Oh. Well
At
done.
least he didn't DNF, so that's something.
How did I win this map? I got 63rd in the seeding. GG. Nice.
Yeah, Susie, I waited for after the cup of
Okay.
the day.
Alright, wait, I'm quickly gonna mute myself.
There's not even a password yet.
Dude, GranaDy, why aren't you setting up your cup? Hello, disappointed.
Man,
Wait,
so bad.
he muted himself. Oh, come on.
I know.
Man.